dime. Keep it right where it's set. There's something big coming up on your screen. Just settle back and relax, cause you're gonna get a whole lot of singing, a whole lot of laughing, a whole lot of loving from Dean.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Martin and Laura Cricket.
Walking my baby back home.
On and on over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. We go along harmonizing a song, or I'm reciting a poem. I'll go by and they give us the eye, walking my baby back home. We stop for a while, she gives me a smile, snuggles her head to my chest. We started to pet, that's when I get her talcum all over my vest. Well, after I kind of straighten my tie, I'd like to borrow your comb. Well, one kiss, then I'll continue again, walking my baby back home.
My baby don't care for show.
My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for furs and laces. My baby don't care for high-toned places. Yes, my baby don't care for rings or other expensive things. I'm as sensible as can be. My baby don't care who knows. My baby just cares for me. Hand in hand to a barbecue stand, right to her doorway we roam. One kiss, then continue again, walking my baby back home. My body came alive. You're terrific, Ma. Thank you, kiddo. Here, would you like me to give you a little hickey? No. A hickey? Sure, why not? Huh? Why not? Wait a minute, where are you going? Evening. I was going to get your teeth for you. Oh. That all you're going to get for me? You know, they say that time flies, but I'm not so sure, gang. I never saw a clock with a zipper. Anyway, here's two fellas to tell you all about time.
Well, anyway, Dean, I'm planning this trip, see? And have you ever been abroad?
No, I've never been to Denmark. Actually, it's a good line.
Oh, you're not going to be much help to me then, are you?
Actually, I like to travel, but I always get confused by the way you have to keep resetting your watch.
Oh, you're talking about the different time zones. Well, that's not very hard to understand. Let me explain it to you.
You explain it.
Yeah. Can we have one of my clocks out here? There you go. Hey, what do you think of my clock?
That's what I call an attractive timepiece.
You're supposed to tell time with this clock, not make time, Dean. You behave yourself. I'm going to give you one of these clocks when you retire.
Good, because I think I'm going to retire early this evening.
Oh, you Martins are alike. Are you sure you're not related, Dick? Anyway, I'm going to tell you how to tell time in different parts of the world.
All right.
I want you to pay attention. You see, this is New York. You got to watch her. She runs fast.
That's all right. When she comes by, I'll trip her or something.
Yeah, so long, New York. Now, this here is London.
Yeah?
She's an alarm clock.
Oh, when does the alarm go off?
When her husband comes home.
Aha! Very good. Oh.
And this is Rome. That's a very good clock there, Dean. She glows in the dark.
That's good. I always have trouble finding my shoes.
And now I want you to meet, this is Tokyo here.
Tokyo.
Now, as you can see, the Japanese don't make everything smaller. You can notice that. Well, moving right along.
Sound clock?
Yes, it was there. Incidentally, Dean, she's shockproof, this one.
Well, that's because she's never been to a Sinatra house party or something. Tell me, Dan, how come all the clocks have different times?
Well, you see, the world is divided into 24 different time zones. Now in New York, it's 10:30 a.m. But as you enter a new time zone, she changes. See?
Great, I'll slip into something more comfortable.
Let me give you an example.
Good.
Dean,
yes?
I'm going to give you an example. You're traveling east, see? Now, in that case, you set her forward.
If she was set any more forward, she'd topple over.
I don't think I have your complete attention, sir.
Oh, all right.
Say a man is in New York, his wife is in Rome. Yeah. Now, if it's 2 o'clock for her, what time is it for him?
Time to look for a massage parlor.
You knew the right answer.
Well, thanks for teaching me all this, Tensei. Why don't we have a drink after the show, huh?
Oh, gee, I'd love to, Dean, but I'm really kind of hoping to have a whole lot of time on my hands.
The Dean Martin Show, starring Dan Rowan, Jonathan Winters, Kay Medford, the Dingaling Sisters, with Lou Jacoby, Marion Mercer, Tom Bosley, Ken Lane, Bonnie Shore.
Wait, what's that so pretty? What's wrong with that? That's pretty.
I love you as I never loved before. Since first I saw you through the keyhole door. The keyhole of your door.
It wasn't too good when we started. What are you playing? We just did that song. Hey, you gotta forgive him. He's getting old. He's getting old. This afternoon he went to the men's room, and by the time he found it, he forgot what he wanted it for. I know that. Oh, let's take a trip to Niagara and push your mother over the falls. Before I go, remember the famous words of the baby cow who once said to the mother cow, "Shoot the udder to me, mother, and shoot the other udder to me, brother." Wow!
Dean, I just stopped by because I wanted you to be the first to know I have just donated my body to science.
You donated your body to science?
Yes, and I am very, very happy.
I'm happy, too.
Well, who's she?
Science. Shirley Science.
Good. Give me a little trim here.
You're really funny, you know that? Pretty good. I was in the back there reading the hometown newspaper. You in it down there, too. They really like you there, man.
Good.
They love you more than a hog loves slop. I mean, they really do like you. They do. You're third in the ratings this week down there. Did you know that?
Oh.
Yeah, only 2 shows beat you out was roller derby and all-star bowling. But you beat out the farm report and words to live by. Television really well. You know, when I was reading in the paper back there, and you being in the industry, they a lot of times take the television shows over here and they show them over in Europe. Do you know that? And they dub the voices in. Could you see Jim Neighbors over there in Italy? Come siamo, questa canzone. Stop the beat, stop the beat, stop the beat. Kind of a weird thing, isn't it? Yeah, I like their television. That's good. Their television's really weird over there. It really is. You know what really gets me on it, though, is the commercials on there. Because they're supposed to make you believe that regular people would do those kind of things. I saw one the other day I didn't believe. Did you ever see that one where the guy's passing the girl in the lobby of the office building, and she looks at him and says, "Larry?" He says, "Ann, is it really you? I didn't recognize you." Know what's different? She got a new bra. Now, where'd she have it before? In the back? Why didn't he know her? They're all strange. Yeah, they expect you to believe that stuff. How about that one, the thing where the guy's waiting in the kitchen for the sandwich? right? And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, some blonde weirdo with a white raincoat comes flying through his kitchen window. Now, do you know how many fights that would start? Well, sure, that old man's got to turn to his old lady and say, how long's this been going on? True, boy. I can't believe half them things that go on like that. And then they got them other ones that I really don't hate. Do you see the one where the guys stand, two guys come off the tennis courts and they're all dressed up real spiffy like you do all the time, you know, in their tennis rackets and everything. And a pretty girl walks by and the guy says, what's the matter with you and Sally? I thought you was an item last year. He said, yeah, but you see her dandruff? Did you ever see that girl, Mr. Martin? She got some nice-looking wheels, right? Beautiful body, boy. I don't dandruff. I don't care if she had leprosy. Nothing gonna stop me. Man.
I like that hair commercial, you know. Beautiful girls walking down the street and you hear an announcer's voice say, does she or doesn't she? Can you imagine me walking up to the girl and saying, pardon me, do you or don't you?
You dickhead, you something else. You really are. I seen you on the TV the other night in the Western.
Yeah?
I love them, my favorite ones. I love them kind of because they all got the same scenes. You ever see the one, they had one in that picture you was in the other night. You killed a lot of people, too. Shot them all up. And then they had the Indians were attacking the fort. Remember that part? And they had to send that guy out for help. I love that part. He's riding up that mountain pass and he had to rein up. Because lying right in the middle of the ground with his ear to the ground was an Indian. Hear that part and he said, buckboard, half-mile away. Man and woman ride in front seat. Small boy, yellow hair, blue eyes, wear brown pants, white socks, yellow shoes, sit in back. I said, you can tell all that just by listening to the ground? I said, no, that buckboard run over me 20 minutes ago. I don't know where they're going to get them shows on the air anymore. Because they get them from books, you know. And like I seen you in the airport and everything. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yes, it is good. But I couldn't believe, like, they don't have any more good books. I was reading, like, The Sensuous Woman. How are they going to make that into a movie? Did you see her? Did you read the book? Yeah. Did it help you? No. It helped me a lot. It did. Ever since it come out in paperback, every time I have a date, now 2 days ahead of time, I send a book to the girl. That's right. Then when I go to pick her up, she opens the door. I said, get to page 127 yet? If she don't smack me right in the mouth, I know I got a nice weekend coming up. But did you see her? Did you see her? She was on television. Now, she tells you right in the book that she's not pretty. Well, that's an understatement of the year. She's on the verge of ugliness. I mean, she really is skinny, flat-chested, got a bad overbite, too. You see her? Got them? I mean it. She could eat a corn of cob through a picket fence. She really is weird. And that just goes to prove an old saying. An uncle of mine one time told me in North Carolina, said, a pretty girl can do anything, but an ugly girl's got to do everything. Which is really kind of good.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Dingling sisters. Their father was a clerk in a bookstore, and that's why they're so well stacked. The Dinglings.
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to trembling whenever you're around. Oh, baby, I can see your face, mellow as the month of May. Oh, darling, I can stand weak when you look at me that way. Under my feet, I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to trembling whenever you're around. Oh, darling, when I'm near you and you tenderly call my name, I know that my emotions are something I just can't tame. I just got to have you, baby. It makes us feel so nice and warm when Dean sings and everything's comfy and informal when Dean sings.
I sing so sexy my mouth was once closed by the Vice Squad. I saw you last night and got that old feeling. When you came in sight, I got that old feeling. The moment that you danced by, I felt a thrill. And then when you caught my heart stood still. Once again, I seem to feel that old yearning. You know what they're doing behind me? And I know the spark of love is still, you girls are burning. There'll be no new romance for me. It's foolish to start, but that old feeling is still in my heart.
Be wise, be smart, behave, my heart. Don't upset.
Many person-to-person interviews, but tonight I think we have a most interesting one. Tonight I'm in Santa's workshop at the North Pole with the one and only Kris Kringle.
Well, look who's in my toy shop, if it isn't little Dean Martin.
Say, Santa, what's in there?
Why, are you kidding, clown? I kidnapped another elf for my shop. Get to work, you little rascal. There you go. Oh, somebody caught that. You see, Mr. Martin, you're not the only one that's bagged. No, that's a little funny up here in the workshop. Gosh. Mrs. Sandy laid that on me when I came through the door. You know, it's so cold up here that I have to milk my reindeer with a pair of pliers. Oh. Imagine how that is. The visual joke there.
By the by, how do you get down a chimney? You're a pretty good-sized guy there.
Well, I tell you, it's kind of simple. You just lob one of the...
Huh? I just want to see.
You touch me there on the buckle? What you do is just lob a grenade in there. That'll open the house up just like that.
Lob it in there?
Just lob it in there.
What time do you generally make your deliveries?
Well, you might say around midnight. Last year, I was coming down the chimney, and there was a clown coming up the chimney. Had silverware and jewelry in there, and he said, here, would you like some of that? And I said, no, that's not my bag. No. One of those little rubber suction cups hit me there back here, and they're supposed to hit the target. One of the little brownies stuck me right there. You know those little things that pop them off of you like that?
Hey, by the way,
where are we now?
Well, how do you land? How do you land on the roofs there? Isn't it dangerous?
Well, as a matter of fact, I staple the elves to the sleigh and use them as curb feelers. That's right. Sometimes they roll off and fall in the gutters. You know about that, wouldn't you, Mr. Martin? You know, one night here, it was last Christmas, as a matter of fact, I got my beard caught in the television antenna. And the people run out of the house and they said, why, we've got snow on our screens. And I said, well, you got some for Christmas.
How do you keep your reindeer warm?
Well, I just dip my whip in some Prestone.
Oh, yes.
One time last year, I landed on the roof of a mobile home. You know those great big mobile homes? That's a big mobile home. A mobile. Some of these are going up in here. We were going along at a pretty good clip, as a matter of fact, about 85 or 90 miles an hour. And all of a sudden, they hit a tunnel. Cleaned the sleigh off the reindeer, the little brownies and elves, just like that. Oh, there's a shame. Let's say that together. Oh. Yeah, they're back there in the back. They'll hear us saying that. Oh.
Is there anything that you want to say to the kiddies?
Yeah, go easy on that milk and stuff and all those goodies. Make it skim milk. Sandy's getting a hard time coming down the chimney, you know. Yeah. Or put some other stuff up there on the... Sandy, right? You like some of that.
A little sauce.
Oh, and a little shooter every once in a while. Decorate the tree just like that. Hands are wandering around there.
This may come as a shock to you.
Oh, not necessarily.
I'd love to meet Mrs. Cream.
Well, let's have the little woman come in right now. Sweetheart, come on in, dear. Yes, Mr. Martin wants to see you. Isn't she sweet?
Yeah.
See, up here in the North Pole, that's it, dear. We'll lift you right up here. You sit up there. Ah! Boy, you're heavy little dear, aren't you? See, up here, Mr. Martin, we live up here like Eskimos. And 6 months ago, keep your hands there, dear. 6 months ago, Mrs. Kringle and I started rubbing noses. Well, that's all that's left of her. I guess you might say I rubbed her the wrong way.
Please, would you zip me up just at the top,
Sure,
please?
Mom, sure. There. Mom, you look great.
Yeah?
Boy, with that new hairdo and that dress, you look 20 years younger, doesn't she, Freddie?
That's right, Mrs. Lane. In a dark room, you could pass for middle age.
That's what's so nice about you, Freddie. You can turn a lady's head just as fast as you turn her stomach.
Well, thank you. Say, what's the occasion?
Well, my ladies' club, has a little affair every month for charity. So this month it's my turn to have it at my house. It should be very nice. We're going to have a guest speaker, Gregor Latouche. He's an expert on how to keep your body in shape. Gee, I hope he knows how to do something for me.
Oh, don't be silly, Mom. You got the body of a 20-year-old.
I think you better give it back, though. You're getting it all wrinkled.
Look who's talking, Pudgy, huh? A bear could hibernate for 3 years on the fat from just one of your chins. Come in, Peters, and cheap running water. Well, it's time for all good warriors to go to bed, huh?
Come on, kid.
Hello, Freddie. Hello, Mrs. Lane. Mrs. Lane, you're a vision of loveliness. What a figure. Reminds me of my late wife, Jenny. When she went out on the street, all the men used to whistle at her.
The men used
used to whistle at your wife's face.
Yeah, she was built like a taxi cab. Hey, what's happening tonight? I never saw Mrs. Lane so dolled up.
Mrs. Lane is having an affair.
Mrs. Lane is having an affair?
Shh! She doesn't want Kenny to hear, otherwise he's going to want to stay up and watch.
Mrs. Lane, a swinger? I can't believe it.
Oh, hiya, Mr. Kapopoulos.
Hello, Vicky.
Hey, come on, Freddie. We have to pick up some wine. Now, Mom needs it for tonight.
Vicky, you mean you know about your mother's affair?
Oh, sure. She has one every month.
Every month?
Yeah, it does wonders for her. Gives her something to look forward to. Also, it's a great new way to meet people, you know.
I can't argue with that.
See you later, Mr. Kapopoulos. Come on, Freddie.
Now remember, shh.
How about that Mrs. Lane? All these years I thought she was Snow White. Now it turns out she's Curious Yellow. Come in. Hello, Dean.
Hey, hello.
Am I glad to see you? Come and sit down.
Oh, hello, Dean. How are you?
Fine.
Gee, will you excuse me, please? I have to make such an important phone call. Oh, I'm so excited, dear. Oh, yes. Could I speak with Grigor Latouche, please? Oh, this is you. Good. Listen, I'd like to get things going a half hour earlier tonight. Would that be all right with you? Oh, I'm so glad, because I'd hate to start without you. Oh, I can't tell you how I'm looking forward to this evening. Yeah, I hear you're a real expert on the human body. Wait, what is your fee again? $35?
What could he be selling for $35 that she couldn't get from me wholesale?
All right, I'll see you later. Goodbye. Oh, my goodness. Now, let's see. I've got the food. I've got the wine. I've got Mr. Latouche. What else do I need?
Oxygen.
Mrs. Lane, why are you doing this?
For charity.
Boy, what some people won't do for a tax deduction.
I don't understand, Mrs. Lane. If all you really wanted was a lecherous Casanova, a debauched Lothario, a sleazy, depraved gigolo, why didn't you come to me?
The only thing that's going to happen in this room tonight is a lecture from my ladies' club.
You mean nothing immoral, degenerate, or perverse is going to happen here tonight?
That's right.
Ah, shucks. Then I'm going someplace where it is. I'll see you.
Greetings from Alaska, land of the frozen tundra.
Don't tell me the president froze your tundra, too. Where are the words? Where are the words?
All over my body.
How did you get here?
Actually, a dog team pulled me from Alaska, non-stop.
Non-stop. Well, in Alaska, the trees are pretty far apart. We'll be right back after... Excuse me. Something's missing there.
The words melted. When they wrote it, it was 42 below.
Thank goodness it's still 38 above. Well, can I help you?
Yes, my name is Erskine Prissy, and I'm the president of the Anti-Smut Society, better known as the ASS.
How you pronounce that?
It's pronounced donkey.
Donkey, yeah.
And we are dedicated to the elimination of all smut, filth, and assorted pippy-doodle from all our nation's books.
Hey, you must have come to the wrong room. This is the children's wing of the library. We ain't got no pippy-doodle in here.
Listen, I have a nose for smut, and I can smell pippy-doodle a mile away.
You're mistaken. There's no dirty books in here.
No, what about this? Right here. Mother Swan Nursery Rhyme.
You mean goose.
Watch your mouth. Look on any page. Just filth. Any place. Anyway, just look this here. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet. Don't even think about what's on the next page.
What?
It's all about Wee Willie's Winky. And there's worse to come. I mean it. Now just look at this. Go on, read it. Read it aloud.
Well, there was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do.
Somebody knew what to do.
I'll say. She had no idea what was in these books.
Well, you ain't heard nothing yet. Just look at this right here. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Do you really think they went up there for a pail of water?
Sure, maybe they wanted to dampen the ardor of the old woman who lived in the shoe.
Well, however you look at it, it's Swashdunkle.
Swashdunkle? What happened to Pippi Doodle?
We'll get to that. Just look at this right here. Goosey, goosey gander, where dost thou wander? Upstairs, downstairs, in my lady's chamber.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Listen, fella, you can take a gander in the chamber, but you keep your goosey to yourself. Look at this depraved smut right here. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. And who do you think they be?
Well, sounds like 3 guys trying to get out of the army, if you ask me. Yeah. Whoa, that's a tough tub. All right.
Yeah, and look at this one right here. Little Robin Redbreast sitting in a tree.
Oh, now, couldn't you leave that one? It's one of my favorites.
Well, little Robin Redbreast can sit in a tree, but he'll have to wear a bra.
Oh.
Look at just some of these terrible words they're using to corrupt our children's minds. Look at this one right here. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross
buns. Oh.
And this one over here, how about this one? The Queen of Hearts, she made some
tarts. Oh.
Or even worse, will you just look at what this little piggy did all the way home?
Well, Mr. Prissy, you've certainly opened my eyes. These books shouldn't be in the kiddies' library.
Certainly should.
I'm taking them all home with me.
You never realized they were that bad.
No one never realized they were that good.
Ding-a-ling world, with all of those ding-a-ling games we play. If we give you a ding-a-ling question, will you answer in a ding-a-ling way?
Well, I'll do my best. What's the first question?
What are you doing New Year's Eve?
There's a small hotel.
Anything for you, Dean, anything. I do anything for you.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Something to me.
Get out of town before it's too late, my love.
You guys all have a good time?
I am 16, going on 17.
This nearly was mine.
We wanna be loved by you, just you and nobody else but you.
Teach me tonight.
What do you wanna make those eyes at me for?
For the good times, for the good times.
It happened in Monterey a long time ago.
Don't blame me.
Do what you done before, baby.
It's the wrong time and the wrong
First you put your 2 knees close up tight, then you sway 'em to the left, then you sway 'em to the right.
place. You brought a new kind of love to me.
I just had my hope and tattoo of a map of the United States.
Just a little bit south of North Carolina.
It's a ding-a-ling world, and now we'd better be on our way. We'll be
Egyptians made the doors heavy.
Yeah, and that's just the screen door.
Well, Harold, we finally found it. King Tut's tomb. Hey, looks pretty good condition for 25 centuries old, huh?
Oh, that's because they got a woman who comes in and cleans up every 1,000 years.
Oh, look at that. They got writing on the walls.
Oh, I guess it must have been the men's room there.
Come over to the table. Let's look at these treasures. How about that skull? Must have been a woman.
How can you tell?
The mouth's open.
Mouth's open, sure. You're right. It reminds me of Martha Mitchell.
Hey, Harold, look at this. A real Egyptian newspaper. I got the sports page. How about this score? Ask 1, Cleopatra nothing.
Elmer?
Yeah.
I think I made a discovery.
Well, you have to be very careful with these things. Blow the dust off carefully.
If you don't mind, I'd rather give it a shower.
Man, this got to be, I'd say this definitely 57 BC.
Mine looks like a A38D.
I don't know about you, but I'm calling the Smithsonian with my discovery.
With mine, I'm calling the Holiday Inn. Why don't you put the newspaper down, Elmer? Look what I found.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute now. Finders keepers.
Easy, Harold. That's a mummy.
Yeah, don't look at me. I never saw her before in my life.
Harold, she's over 2,000 years old. Why, according to the legend, Harold, she wakes up only one night every 100 years. And on that night, she makes mad, passionate love to the first man who says hello to her. Harold, she's waking up. This must be the night.
Hey, you're right. Now, stand aside. Hello.
Not tonight. I've got a headache.
Okay, cut your engine off there, clown. You one of them Hollywood sissies, ain't you? You know how I can tell? Because you got that cologne on you.
I'm not looking for trouble. I'm Dean Martin.
Say, what about these girls here? All prettied up and gussied up. You got 4 of them in there. What you doing with 4 girls in here, man? Huh? Come on now. Tell me something. Crowding it a little, ain't you? 4 girls. Ain't you ever heard of the Festus Nolan Act?
No, I never watched those amateur hours.
I ought to pistol whip you. Look at all them women all painted up like that and perfume and earrings and everything. You know, I don't want you hanging around our boys in this town, do you understand? You know, our boys are only interested in one thing, open pit mining. All right. Tell me where you're headed.
Well, we're going to entertain at the Rock Festival at Perkins Hill.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Up there where all them hippies is. Yeah, we got a bunch of them weirdos of them head hair and everything. You know what they did here to Mr. Culper's cow here? I guess it was about 3 nights ago. Mr. Culper's cow was on there, good-sized cow, too, one of the biggest I've ever seen. It was a Holstein cow. And they was smoking that weird stuff again. And that cow got a whiff of it, fell over. Laid there 15 days, just one long move.
It's a marshmallow world in the winter when the snow comes to cover the ground. It's time for play. It's a whipped cream day. I wait for it the whole year round. Those are marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreen trees. And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. All the world is a snowball. See how it grows. That's how it goes whenever snows. The world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. Well, it's a yummy, yummy world made for sweethearts. You take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar date. What if spring is late? In the winter, it's a marshmallow world.
It's a marshmallow world in the winter when the snow comes to cover the ground.
It's time for play. It's a whipped cream day. I'll wait for it the whole year round.
It's a marshmallow house being friendly in the arms of the evergreen trees.
And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. All the world is your snowball. See how it grows. That's how it goes whenever it snows. The world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. Well, it's a yummy, yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar date. What if spring is late? In winter, it's a marshmallow world.
Records round and round, those wonderful records round and round. Keep listening, all you swinging cats everywhere. Here's your favorite disc jockey, Dino Vino, on the air. And now here's Dino.
This is your old buddy Dino Vino, spinning the best in the West. I feel beautiful today. I just got a job to play the romantic lead in a prune juice commercial. All right, let's get rolling with a little Bill Haley and the Comets.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Glad rags on, join me high. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock.
Now hear the Lennon Sisters asking the musical question, how much is that doggy in the window?
How much is that dog in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that dog in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I read in the paper there were robbers with flashlights that shine in the dark. My love needs a doggy to protect him and scare them away with one bark. I don't want a bunny or a kitty. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishies. He can't take a goldfish for walks. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale.
That's our show for tonight. Thanks for looking in, and I want to thank all my wonderful guests for being with me. Let's see what's on the old swizzle stick this week. Here's a Christmas tale that will take but a minute It concerns a man called Barney McWinnett. His wife found it shocking when he hung up a stocking because his secretary was still in it. Oh, yeah. Good night.